Oh, internet!
You're alive. Woohoo. Amazing. Okay. So you wanted to see the. So yeah, I'm building my my home studio. So I have a like a keyboard here, the bass amp, my pedal board. I have some.
Yeah, the pedal board that looks nice.
That looks tasty, right? I have my stand here. My son's guitar. I'm not sure if you can actually see it with his pedal board. So it's right over here with the amp. And actually, my wife approved the drum set. So we are going to add a drum set, like a real one, not a.
Yeah. Oh man, that's really cool.
Yeah. So
I didn't see a keytar anywhere. Where's the keytar?
Yeah, the cajon. Yeah, so I still have to kind of renovate a little bit. Some closet has to go out, and I've added this special foam that kind of seals the sound a little bit. Yeah, but it's going to be a cool studio.
Yeah, that's looking nice. What kind of keyboard is it? Do you just use it as a MIDI controller?
Yeah,
or?
this is a MIDI controller. This is the Axiom 6.1 by M Audio, which is kind of cool. You can drum.
Yeah, I got an M Audio as well.
Yeah.
I got the one. I forgot what it's called. The one that has also drum pads.
Drum pads, yes, it has that.
Oh, maybe we have the same.
Probably.
Actually.
Yeah.
Mine is white.
Oh, so no, it's very nice. My son likes to bang on it. I load it with the drum set, and then he simply bangs on it and is having a lot of fun with it. So yeah. Emiliano isn't going to be here today, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
No, he said he couldn't make it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine is called the Code, actually. The M Audio Code. What I have.
Oh. SKT. Okay, so last time we have stopped in a very interesting scene, right? I think. Nah.
Well, boring as usual.
Oh my.
Cliffhanger at all. Like, it's not like you're known for, dropping cliffhangers on us right at the end.
Oh no.
Or panically making something up. No, we have to end on a cliffhanger. No, we have to, something happens.
Yes, without a cliffhanger, it's what's a game's worth without a good cliffhanger?
Well, that depends on how long it is before you play again.
Yeah, that's.
Cliffhanger is not good if you leave your players hanging for like 6 months. Not that I did that.
Right.
This year in my live game.
Right.
Well, it's their fault. Out there they have real lives.
So Harshnag, the frost giant Harshnag, asked you guys to go to Helmshold. Hey, James. He asked you to go to Helmshold and locate Sirach. Sirach is the son of Artus Cimber, the last known wearer of the Ring of Winter. And apparently some bad people have abducted Sirach and have placed him in the asylum under the cathedral of Helmshold. And apparently Andrist's mother is also a patient there. You have arrived the scene using a flying ship given to you by Captain Zandala. There was a whole story arc there, but let's leave it at this for now. You have entered Helmshold, submitted yourselves as patients to the, or some of you, I think it was only Galen who basically submitted himself as a patient.
No, the other called me crazy for some weird reason.
Yeah, voices in your head or something like that.
No, that's normal.
Yeah. Everyone.
Super normal.
Yeah, everyone hears voices. So Galen basically submitted himself as a patient to the asylum, but Anderest headed there and basically demanded to see his mother. You have all descended to the asylum, and something happened. You kind of faded out, then faded in again, finding yourself in a very strange place. This is basically a complex of cages suspended in a cloud of chaos, connected by corridors that are made of interlock chains. So this is simply a huge prison cell, prison complex, basically. And by talking to one of the inhabitants of this place, a man who his name will be conjured in a minute. This was Ferdinand Lupon. You have learned that this place is basically a pocket dimension maintained by some masters and is operated on the power of a device known as the Hex Locus. And you have been told that if you want to flee this place, you need to find this device and destroy it. But there is the matter of the Guardian, like a huge monstrosity named Hexavog that you need to somehow deal with before you can escape. Now, this Lupon has created a way to enhance his mental abilities. He was asked to construct a prison. Not this one. This is merely an alpha or a first draft. So in order to build this prison, he had made sure that wizards or people with great intellect are brought into this prison. Their brains were extracted, and he constructed a device to plug in all those brains into his mind, and therefore kind of enhance his own intelligence. He did that. Maybe he had built this prison, and then the masters took away his device from him. All he could now do is simply plug one brain at a time, and this is like a drug for him. So he forgot the prison that he had built, if he had built it at all. And you have decided to destroy this creation, this mad creation. I think some of you attempted to connect with those minds, right? I think it was Anderist, maybe? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plugged one in.
And
couldn't resist.
And you have decided to destroy this this creation. So while I think it was Galen probably bashing.
I started smashing brains. Yes.
Yes. So while this happened, and Andorist kind of plugged again one of the minds into his own skull. Quarian, you felt someone tugging your sleeve, and you looked down, and it was your son basically reaching out to you, so you can pick him up. And this is where we stopped last time. Correct so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So who wants to go first? Will it be Andorist or Quarian or?
Let the group decide. We want to roll off, Quarian?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
All right, so lowest roller goes first. I got an 11.
20.
Oh,
The wrong
Nat,
time. You
nat
don't-
20 to enjoy this. Yeah, enjoy the show.
Yeah, but
Okay.
next he's going to roll a save. That one.
Yeah, exactly. Ruined it. Wasted that 20.
just gotta get those nat 20s out of the way, you know.
Yeah, that's right. That's the James method.
Hey, hey.
Roll your
I
dice.
seem to stay
high dice.
alive. I don't know how, but I do.
Yeah, I know. Someone who rolls as bad as you, you're one of the last surviving original cast members.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So Quarian, you see your son reaching out to you. What do you do?
I reach out to him. Fan, what are you doing here? How did you get here?
Uh,
Where's
he-
mom?
So he looks at you, and you can see that in his eyes there is a very, very sad look. He doesn't answer. He simply reaches out so you can pick him up.
Is it the look that I've seen him? That I've seen on him in the past?
No, not really. Sometimes he used to go outside to play with his friends, and when they would pick him, pick on him, he would return kind of in a bad mood. Probably similar.
Okay. I kneel down and give him a hug.
So he latches onto you, and when you get up with him on your hands, he points at basically, if you look at roll 20, the to the door where the cages where you have rescued the tieflings. He kind of points to that door.
Where are we right now? Oh, we're right over here, right?
Yeah, you.
First we saw.
Yeah.
Or the second one.
Exactly. So you are basically at that, almost like one after the entrance room. There is another room with shelves and all kinds of a small workshop with all kinds of clockwork, gear in it. Right after that, there is a door. You've opened it. This is a room with 4 cages hanging suspended from the air. You have saved 4 tieflings from those cages and fought some wicked monstrosities. And basically that's where your son kind of points.
Does he feel the same as he usually does?
Yes.
To me?
Yes.
Okay. I go take a look at where he's pointing to.
Okay. So.
Does he say anything? Is he saying anything? I'm trying to make him talk.
So as you walk and go into the room, he kind of points to the left. If you look at the map, this area, and as you kind of go toward that area, the scene for you, Querin, kind of changes. You suddenly find yourself not in that pocket dimension cage place. You find yourself in Waterdeep, in one of the streets very close to your house. And with your son on your hands, looking at the front of a store that you used to visit a lot when you were hanging there, a couple of kids show up and they point at you and your son, and one of them laughs. Oh, he brought his father. You can see that those kids are normal except from their eyes. They have no eyes, and the empty eye sockets emit smoke. So if they kind of look around and point at you and laugh, it wisps of smoke simply follow their skull whenever it.
Wait, is the same thing happening to my son too?
No, when he looks at them, he hugs you even harder. And then he whispers to you, "Father, I'm afraid."
You know what?
What? You...
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to I'm gonna vicious mockery those kids.
Nobody messes with his son.
Okay.
Mock my kid, I'm gonna
Yeah,
mock
I'm
you.
gonna mock you. It's the playground 101.
Makes sense. So yeah, you do exactly that. Cast your spell.
Okay. You need to succeed on a wisdom saving throw DC 16.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the stats are for a helpless kid.
With smoke coming out of his eyes.
A blind, helpless blind child.
Yeah.
His eyes were just burned out. God, you're so mean.
Wait, creations. Okay, got it. All good. Okay. So, is it pointed at just one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to make a wisdom saving roll. The one that left. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. He rolled an overall wisdom. This is a 15.
And then he failed.
He failed. Amazing. What happens?
He takes four damage, psychic damage 4.
Okay. So 4 psychic damage. And as that happens, he shrieks. He kind of recoil from you, and then he looks at you angrily, and you can see that the muscles on his face and body kind of flexes, and then spines protrude from his body in places that kids shouldn't have spines. It's on his back, it's on his jaw. 2 of them erupt from here, and then he develops this tail. Bones break and mold to create this spiny tail, and all the rest of the children does the same.
There are more than 2?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, I tell and I run over to the folks who are currently dashing at the brains.
So you turn around, but you're at Waterdeep, and they simply start to surround you. The camera moves to Anderist.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? You have basically tried to. Was it again your psychic, or did you actually try to plug?
Oh, I tried to plug it in.
Okay, great. So
While they were smashing away just before he smashed the last one.
Okay.
I could no longer resist the urge.
Amazing. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, 2 seconds. Oh, which die has been good to me? Good.
You can use one of mine.
Oh, okay. 23.
This is amazing. Okay, so you plug it in. You are assailed by those, shrieking voices again of a tormented mind. But this time you manage to get it under control and basically calm it down using your simply force of personality and mental strength. You command it to, shut up. What do you want to do? This broken mind, is now listening to you, waiting for you to say to command it or to converse with it.
Can I tell what kind of a mind it is? Was it a wizard or a priest or something?
You believe that this mind belonged to probably an elf, and from a faraway kingdom called Sharandar. So it's not very far away. Like it's a Fey kingdom, and it has a connection to Neverwinter Woods. This is something that you know. He's an elf from that place.
Okay, so who are you? What's your name?
I don't. What name? Do I have a name?
How did your mind end up captured by Hexavog?
It wasn't Hexavog, it was Miserim.
Miserim? Who is that?
The plague hag. She deformed us, she changed us, she took us, our bodies, disintegrated them, and took our minds, linked them to that evil man. We created
Hexavog? Or Ferdinand?
him. It's the prison. have built a prison using our mind, our souls. We were good people. We were capable of so much love, so much emotion. We miss our friends. We miss our families. Please, please, can you restore us?
Perhaps. Where is your body? Or is it totally different?
Miserim has it in her cloning pods. Yes, please, take us to there.
Where is Miserim?
This brain kind of tries to convey an image. You believe he is pointing towards the northeast. Probably like, this door. Wait. Sorry. That's this area here. Right. So he points you to that direction.
Okay. How can I bring you? Can we disconnect your brain from this and carry it with us?
If you do it quickly enough, you can take me to one of her cloning vats. It will deconstruct my body.
And okay. Is there any other way you can help us? Do you? No, I can't even remember what my mom's name is anymore. Do you know any of the other? Have you connected to any of the other minds or spirits that are here?
No, unfortunately, not. Only this Ferdinand fellow was the only one I was allowed to be connected to. But I must tell you this, Miserim, you must be very careful around her. Her touch, her very own touch, can change you into something that you don't want to be transformed into. She is.
If we restore you, can you help us destroy the Hex Locus? Do you know how to bring this prison down?
There is one inmate here that is willingly submitted himself to this place. He knows how to destroy it. If you will take me to him, I will open his cage for you.
Who is it?
We call him the Prince of Madness. We don't know his true name.
Why wouldn't I just open his cage myself? Why do I need you?
Because you would die. But the treatment...
Why? You're going to need to be more specific than that if I'm going to risk my life to save you.
The treatment, the change that Ferdinand have submitted us to has made us impervious to that inmate's powers. Mere mortals will be simply brought to their knees by his corrupting energy. It's pulsing out from him. It will wreck your mind. We have been made immune to it, to its effect.
So can you swear an oath to me that, should I restore you, that I don't know what the elven equivalent of a blood oath would be, but you owe me a debt of life?
If you will take me and restore my body in the name of the kingdom of Sharandar, I will do as you ask.
All right. I'm going to leave him plugged in, and I'll just look at... I guess it's not here. I'm going to stop him from smashing this brain. I'll just step in the way.
Galen, are you kind of, being mental about it? About destroying all those brains, or are you under control?
I'm under control. I'm being thorough, and because we probably already alerted the Guardian, and we need to move on. What was that, James? I saw that behind my back.
Nothing?
Yeah. Air quotes.
Yeah.
I'll look at...
I will reach out for the brain that you are probably plugged into, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just step in front of you so you can't hit it, and I'll look at Forgar and you and say, we can restore this one. His body is nearby.
Okay, so we can save these people as they have looked down on all the brain matter smashed over the ground.
This one. Just this one.
Yeah, okay.
A coincidence. Lucky day.
I'll-
Forgar, will you help me?
I'll
You try.
definitely help you. What do you
I'll
need me
help,
to
I'll
do?
help.
We need to carry it quickly in that direction, and I just point. There. There is someone there named Mizareem the Plague Hag who has something called cloning pods, and we need to restore his brain to one of those pods. It will rebuild his body.
That makes
Cloning?
no sense.
I don't know how I feel about cloning.
Do we even know what cloning is? Like, what's cloning? Never heard of this cloning.
There is a wizard spell that is clone,
True.
like a
Hmm.
blade or something, 8th-level spell. But I wouldn't know. But yeah, but shouldn't we then
It's no-
go? Shouldn't
Use
we
stem
go
cells as
find
a
these?
component.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stem
should-
cells. I don't see it being any different than a resurrection spell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
alright.
Shouldn't we go find these warts, rats, thingies? And if there's a hag guarding it, maybe take care of her before
Exactly.
we grab the brain.
Misareem is the one who captured all of these minds and destroyed their bodies and brought them here. She needs to be eliminated so that she cannot continue her work. Plus, this
Yeah.
guy can help us get out of here and destroy the Hex Locus.
Hmm.
So there's that.
That works for me.
All right. How do we disassemble this brain from it? Keep it in its like water jug.
You can make an investigation check to see if you can.
I'll help.
Thank you.
I have like 4
No
potions
problem.
that can do that. to help
What
me.
is your investigation?
Plus.
Okay, I'll do it. 20.
Yeah, you
So glad I helped.
you figured it out. You open the small compartment. You detach those wires, but you believe that like in a few, maybe something like 10 minutes, if you don't, nourish the brain with that liquid, it will start to decompose.
Is there any way to take some of that liquid?
So you do have it.
Vials.
Yeah, you do have some vials.
Okay, well, I'll take some of that, and I mean, I assume this is pretty heavy, and I'm pretty weak. So, Forgar,
I'll take it.
would you? If I leave him plugged in, can I still communicate to him?
Yes.
Perfect.
Can I put
Can we
it in
put
your
him-
backpack then?
Yeah, can we put it in my backpack?
Yes, you can. So you are. It is in your backpack, and then you feel something interesting as you converse with it and talk with it and share your experiences, and as you tried to mess with that small compartment as it is plugged in, you are more intelligent than you were. While plugged in, you get a +2 to your intelligence score.
Oh, that brings it up to a 16. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I'm try and get him to tell me about magic. Keep talking to me. I want to learn while we're doing this. All right. Hey, where's Quarian?
Yeah, what happened to him? Were you keeping a watch for or Peleus? I was
Yeah,
kind of
weren't you
the
guys
same
supposed
that
to
you know.
watch him?
Yeah.
Didn't you put his leash on?
Um,
Tends to wander away.
Yeah. That bard.
Well, we're kind of going in that direction anyways, so into the room with the
Oh.
cages.
Oh yeah, you mean the opposite direction of where he went?
I thought he went in. You know.
He went left. we're
Well,
going right.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But first, we have to get to the room with the cages.
We already cleared that, and the thieflings are probably still there.
The
yeah,
yeah,
should come with us.
the tiefling are standing on the opening to their cages, and they are watching you mash all those brains and then put one of them plugged into Andrist's mind into his backpack. They kind of, okay, guys.
Terrified.
I'll probably approach one of the tieflings like.
They open the cages, crawl in, close the doors.
I'm only slightly covered in brain matter.
Right.
No.
Right.
And I
Makes
was
me
like,
more intelligent too.
you.
Yeah.
And I point at one of the tieflings. You. And have you seen half elf? You know, the guy with us where he went.
So he nods and say, yeah, he took a kid that direction, and he points at the.
Did
What
we
kid?
see the kid?
We need to hurry.
Yes, we need to hurry. You unplug the brain. So let's go this way. I'm sure that Quarian can take care of himself.
No, I think we need to go get Quarian right now. We didn't bring a child in with us, so whatever kid he picked up in here, like, if he gets caught with that kid, he's going straight to jail.
You picked up the brain.
I can't believe he did this again. Quarian, seriously.
Quarian, roll.
Missed that session again.
Quarian, roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Oh damn.
That's I think it's a 20. Just a minute.
20 is a lot. Okay.
20.
Okay, so as they surround you, all of those kids, they are still small, but they are now hunched and full of spines that are protruding from all kinds of places in their bodies, and they all fathom new tails that have erupted from their bodies. What do? Your kids is still on your hands. They all surround you in Waterdeep. There's 6 of them.
6 of them, and there's nobody else on the street?
Not that you can see, no.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to tell my kid, don't worry, it's going to be okay. And I'm going to looking upstairs. Are there like roofs, something that I could stand on?
Yeah, sure. It's like Waterdeep. It's an alley that you are standing in. The storefront is this toy store that your son used to like to go there or hang out there. There's a small clearing with a water pump there, and 3 barrels on the corner of the street, and a puddle and a pigeon in it. Waterdeep.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to dimension door into into the store.
Okay.
I know pretty much what the store looks like, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to dimension door with my son into the store, into a place which they won't be able to see right away when they turn around.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to tell my child to stay hidden, and then I'm going to move into a location where I can see them.
Okay. That's fine. So you teleport in, and just before you want to put your kid there and then get out, or do you stay with him? I kind of missed that.
I'm gonna stay with him for now, for like till the end of the turn, and just going to maybe pop my head up just to see.
Okay.
If they notice where we are or not.
Okay. So you teleport in, and you huddle down with your kid, and then he whispers at you, "When they leave, I'm going to show you the monster."
The monster's still coming? It's still there, son?
He nods.
Wow.
So after a minute of two, in which you simply wait out, you can suddenly hear claws on the walls, on the roof, picking at the door, scratching the windows, and you can hear those kids cackling outside.
So they know we're in here now.
Yes, you believe they do. You do. They do, sorry.
Or is they trying to get inside?
You think so. Guys, what are you doing? Is it left or right?
Left. I'm going left after Corrigan.
The exit is left. We learned that from these thieflings. So he's probably just, gone out.
I'm not entirely sure why you want us to ignore Quarian, but I'm gonna catalog that in the weird shit you've done file and come back to it later.
We'll go after Quarian later. Weren't you in a rush with the brain?
Yeah, but Quarian's more important.
Whatever.
Is anybody else terribly uncomfortable with new Galen? I'm supposed to be indifferent to life, not you.
Yes,
Okay, so as you guys turn to the left, the scene around you indeed changes a little bit. You can still see that you are in a cage or in this cage complex, but on top of it, Waterdeep is layered. So for you, it's an illusion of a sort. And Galen, when you look at the cage around you, and you too, Peleus, you can see that those wisps of chaos are constantly brought into the room to form this illusion. And as you go in, you can see that there is a sort of a house with 6 hunched, bony, spiny creatures crawling all over it, and it seems like they are trying to get in. Can you please all roll perception and then initiative?
11 for perception.
20 perception. I'm rolling good today.
14 perception. And 11 on the initiative.
Amazing. So just a second before the initiative. So Enderist, you can definitely see through one of the windows. You can see Quarian is huddled inside. It appears to be a toy store. And he is protecting his son inside. But you can see right through the chaos smoke that is basically constructing, like the story is constructed from that smoke. For you, it's almost transparent, so you can actually see what's going on inside. But for the creatures, it's solid, or at least this is what you think.
Right, so they're crawling on the building.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
And he's hunched down inside. And does the kid look like it's made from wisps as well?
Yes.
So the kid is an illusion.
And Peleus, you rolled a 14, right?
On the initiative or
No,
perception?
perception.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, so in one other house, not very far from the store, you can see another tall 2-story building. The first floor is a shop, but the upper floor holds another suspended cage, and inside there is something. You can't even say what it is. You simply stare at it, and as long as you stare at it, it kind of confuses you more. So eventually you kind of break from it. Otherwise you'll be, staring into oblivion. Something is trapped not very far from where Quarian is hiding.
In another building?
In another building, yes.
Yeah. So I see that also, but I also got a 14.
Yes. Okay, so let's initiative it. So this is Quarian. This is 11.
14. Oh.
Folgar with 14. Galen?
It's gonna be
15.
my highest roll.
21 for Galen.
21 for Galen. 15 for Enderist. Peleus?
An 11.
11.
I rolled.
Okay.
Ahead of someone.
Yes. So as you approach, obviously those creatures suddenly they twist their necks and fixate on you. And you, Quarian, hear those creatures kind of scatter, and they are no longer on the walls or on the roof. You guys, you can see that they are jumping from one cloud of chaos that is a barrel to another cloud of chaos that is a wall, and they are positioning themselves, approaching you to basically attack.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Before anyone goes? Are they illusions as well?
No.
Okay. And can I say anything before Galen
Sure.
goes?
Sure.
Okay, I'll just point at the building and say Quarian's in there.
Okay. Galen, what do you do?
Yes. I'll shout out, don't worry, Quarian, this is all an illusion. And then I'll ignore the creatures. They're probably illusions too. And then try to just jump and come up to the cage I saw.
Okay. Okay. So you kind of so you move.
Just to use my movement to jump up there and try to approach the cage if I can.
Okay, makes sense. So you rush out and you dodge those creatures.
I ignore them. They're illusions.
Oh, okay, got it. Even better. Okay, so you simply.
Feel free to attack me if they actually are real.
Okay, yeah. So when they attack, it's a simple. It's kind of an opportunity attack, but their tails kind of stand up and then they fling a spine on you. The spine detaches and like an arrow flies toward you. So two of them manage to fling such a spine. One of them hits with a 22, the other one with a 14.
14 doesn't hit.
So 22. Okay, so that's 9 points of piercing damage from the spine, and I needed to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this
Poison.
poison?
Yes.
I'm immune to poison.
Okay. So it stings. You smack one of the spines away. One of them is.
Go away, illusions! You're not out. You're not real. Stop that! And then I'll jump at try to just approach the cage.
Okay.
And if I can do all that in just a movement, then I'll use my action to try and break the cage open.
Okay. So you go into the building. You climb up. I will stop your turn as you watch the interior of this place. You can see a suspended cage. There is a shapeless mass of flesh bubbling inside the cage, and right underneath the cage is simply hovering in midair. And right beneath the cage, there is a circle of total blackness. Oh, okay. So that was Galen. Next in line is Quarian.
Okay, so these kids have left, right?
They are, yes. As far as you understand, they have left.
Did I hear Galen saying this is an illusion?
Yeah, you can hear.
Shouted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But it all feels really, absolutely real to me.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to go outside and try to fight these creatures. I'm going to tell my kid to stay there and go outside. Is there like a window that I can see these creatures from?
Yes.
And is it possible for me to catch? Well, let me ask this way: how many of them can I catch in a 20-foot radius without?
Let's say that you can easily catch 2.
Remember, we're worried about casting spells.
Too late. Way too late for that.
I know. Just Trying to remind.
Yeah, way too late for that actually. Okay, I'm going to throw a fireball on them.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a 40-foot diameter
Yeah.
circle, not a 20-foot square. It's a
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a big boy spell too. Okay. Well, Hexavog knows where we are.
Dimension door is higher level than fireball.
Yeah, that's right. You got Dimension Door. Shit.
And last session there was also like where you said like, oh, maybe I'll use a cantrip. Yeah, I will cast. And then Corin's turn, I'll cast whatever it was. I can't remember, but
Can't remember. So now we're up to 4th level. Okay.
Okay, so Quarian,
Yeah, so,
you say the words of the spell, and basically a nuclear explosion kind of wipes out the scenery around you. You guys are kind of taken aback by this spell because it was made out of the chaos that surrounds you. On Quarian, you can see that basically that the smoke, this nebula smoke that is surrounding the prison, has dimmed considerably when you have taken all this energy, concentrated it, and then detonated it to make the explosion. You are all turning your gaze, averting your gaze to not get your eyes scorched out of the radiation blow. When you do, you have a feeling like, you know, this imprint on your retinas that something big and with huge wings have been standing behind the explosion. So when you return your gazes, the small children are gone. The scene around you was basically wiped out. This is not Waterdeep anymore, but instead of it, in the middle of the fire stands a 40 feet tall demonic creature. Only his wings are so big that they are wrapped around the entire, you know, portion of Waterdeep that you are in. It basically engulfs everything. It is muscular with a leathery skin, and instead of hands, he had two snake-like creatures that are, you know, attached to him, and his entire body is scaly and slimy, and he shrieks, "Who is walking there?"
Who is what?
walking, I think.
Yeah.
Walking.
Who is walking there?
I'm just gonna not do anything. Step back through the door.
Not me.
I'm not. Can I
Good job, Corin.
communicate with the brain in my backpack and say, "Is this Hexavog?"
He kind of screams, "Yes, yes! Get us out of here!"
Okay.
Okay, so that was Quarian's turn. Next is actually this creature. So, wait.
What happened with the cage? I'm standing next to it. The cage.
It's still there. It's still there.
With their bottomless nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing changed.
Yeah, good. This is great.
Good. Perfect.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at the time. I have to go. Can't stay anymore.
So, I need you basically, all of you, to make a wisdom saving throw. As you simply see this creature, it emits an aura of fear that clutches at your hearts. So, a wisdom saving throw.
20.
Okay.
18.
15. Wow, I'm good at those saving throws.
Gotta be good at something.
Okay.
Right?
17.
So all the numbers that you have rolled is amazing, but you are all frightened. So you have basically disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while this creature is in your sight and you can't willingly move closer. Okay.
That sounds great. Let's run. Fuck away.
Right?
Okay, so
Well, that's scary.
this creature kind of takes 4 steps to stand right in the middle of all of you. You all basically wet your pants, and then he two of like his 2 arms that are basically tentacled snakes smack at 2 of you, and then he bites. So he smacks Quarian with a tentacle, he smacks Andorus with a tentacle, he bites Forgar, and with his tail that came up from nowhere, he smacks Peleus. So,
The one guy who could take this is spared.
so that's a flinging, yeah, one of the snakes against Quarian. This is a 32 to hit. Does it hit?
Almost.
Yeah, he so missed you. Thank God for that plus 20 ring.
He hit me with 17 to spare.
Okay, so that's 20 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, ouch.
Fuck me, I'm in trouble.
So
That was
that
a 1 on me, right?
Probably.
1.
yeah. So now we are another snake comes at Andorus.
Wait a second. I have a spell for this. What is this?
Andorus, this is a 31 to hit.
Okay, fuck the spell. Alright, I take the damage.
Okay, that's 21 bludgeoning damage. Okay,
Oh, I'm barely gonna be able to get
I'll
up.
be back in a minute, guys.
that's it?
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Okay, Forgar.
Unbeatable.
Yeah.
This
Bring on
creature
that tail.
approaches to with his mighty tail to smack you. And he hits with a 31 as well. So I'm guessing that hits, right? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
That's right. You destroyed his computer.
okay. That's this is a 26 bludgeoning damage. And we have a bite on Peleus, right? Okay. So this is a bite. A 28 to hit.
Yep. Obviously.
Obviously.
I mean,
Okay, so this
can you
is
even have AC 28.
this is
I don't I've never bothered to check.
so this is a 27 piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw, or become poisoned. Or become poisoned.
What?
I mean, I'm at 14 hit points. That's what my character sheet says. So
When did you take damage?
We did take a lot of damage last fight.
Oh, right. Yeah. You guys did take damage fighting those demons. Yeah. Never mind. My mistake.
So yeah, I'm at 0. What do I have to roll for the poison?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Okay, 9.
9. This is bad. So you are poisoned. While poisoned, you can't regain hit points, and you will be getting damage at the start of each of your turns. And you can have a saving throw at the end of each of your turns to try and end it. Okay.
I'm down anyways.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Every
but-
round you're failed. It's a failed.
But now you get a failure every round.
Oh,
Is it
You're down.
is it 1 or 2 failures if you take damage while you're
It's only
unconscious?
one that way.
Oh, good. Yeah. Right.
Someone hits him, then
Okay.
it's 2.
Okay. Andorus, you
Only
come.
1.
What?
Yeah.
I what?
I think it's your turn.
Your turn.
Good.
You guys
Okay,
remember
s-
my orc? What was it? Like a half orc fighter?
Yeah, bringing him back, right? So where is Peleos compared to me?
Where do you want him to be?
Well, so if you're on roll
You
20,
were
I
probably
would
both
be
still at an
right
entrance.
by the door. Like as soon as I walked in, I
Okay.
wouldn't have gone any farther. What about you, Peleos? Where would you be?
I would be. I didn't move very much. I didn't
So by
go.
the door as well? Okay.
Yeah.
So if I can grab him, I'm going to and retreat as fast and far as humanly possible.
Okay. So the problem is that this creature bit him. So you are afraid of that creature. So you cannot
Yeah.
approach. You cannot come near.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah,
Yes.
is he in front of me? If he can't, then sorry, but I don't think I have a spell that can help you.
Oh shit.
You can't.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know that you can't be healed, but I don't have any ranged healing either. So, I'm terrified. I want to live. I'm out of here. I'm running,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell at them to run as well.
Okay. That was
Which is
and
good for those that are in the room and have to get to the exit past the demon they can't move closer to.
Forgar.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
have much choice.
Ender is bolted.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go with we're running away. And I'm going to. I don't know, man.
Pick up Peleos on your way out.
Yeah, I definitely think that's what I'm gonna do. Peleos is down, and like I can grab him and run, or
So
like,
you can, but make a strength check with disadvantage.
Sure.
With disadvantage because you are
Right.
wetting your
Terrified.
pants.
fine. 6.
6.
Mm.
So you kind of try to pick up Peleus, but your arms are like noodles, and he slumps to the
Yeah.
floor again.
So I'm then just.
You can either
my
continue.
laptop was dead.
So you can either
So, like-
try again like next round, and stick around like next to Peleus, or you can bolt.
Yeah, I was more going with the. So I was the laptop was dead. He can't be healed, or is that something that like
Yeah,
you know?
he can't regain hit points.
But your character wouldn't know that.
I wouldn't know
Oh,
that.
no.
Okay, then I'm gonna
And he
cast
fell
Cure
down.
Wounds on him.
Okay, you cast Cure Wounds on him, and the spell goes in, but you can see that he's still bleeding from that massive bite wound on his
Nothing
chest.
weird happens from Cure Wounds.
No.
All the
no.
other spells, weird ass shit happen.
No, the energy is there,
As
but
fast as you.
yeah. Okay, so after watching this, what do you do? Are you bolting? Are you staying?
Staying.
Staying. Okay, good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So we have run through everyone except Peleus.
Okay.
Are you down, or are you?
So I have to roll, right?
The
For
start
my-
of your turn,
Yeah.
you roll a death save, and then at the end of your turn, you take damage, which is a failure. Unless
You need to roll a 20.
come on, roll a 20.
So you actually take damage at the start of your turn.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh, so you took a failure at the start of your turn.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a
but you
failure, and
also
I
had a
rolled a
succeed.
17, so...
Yeah.
That's also a success.
Yeah, and then at the end of the turn, you can save to end the poison effect. I think you can.
Yeah, success and failures. So one success, one failure. You also take. Wait for it.
The damage doesn't matter unless it can instantly kill him.
Oh.
Well, maybe it does 50 damage, who knows?
I'll tell you how much you got. It is. This is This is 30 points of poison damage.
See, not too far off. Not too far
kill
off.
you. That
No,
was
it
only
didn't.
failure.
I would almost have killed me instantly. Yeah.
Okay,
Situation.
so you are still down?
Mhm.
Good.
Let's
So-
zero hit point.
So you can
Get the
make...
save.
Yeah, you can get another save.
Come on.
It's a constitution save, right?
Correct.
Yes, come on, buddy.
25.
That's a 17.
Nope, you're still
Damn it!
poisoned.
No.
Still poisoned. Okay.
I wonder
I-
if I can even make the save. Maybe it's like a
Natural,
25 save or something.
natural 20 always succeeds.
Uh,
Okay.
Always.
okay, Galen,
Yes.
what do you do?
I briefly panic, and then I just center myself. Remember, like the golden fields, the lovely meadows there, and I'm no longer frightened. I use an action
Love
in the frightened
it.
condition. And then
So-
I just,
You are what? Using an action to?
yeah, it's an action. It is it's stillness of mind or something. Yeah,
Okay.
stillness of mind. I can use an action to an effect that is charming, causing charmed or frightened.
Amazing. So as you do that, you calm yourself. You reduce yourself to basically nothingness, so you can conquer the fear and be one with it. And then you open your eyes and you see yourself holding a dagger and slowly putting it inside your body. And then you kind of stop yourself. And then you can hear the voice in your head. I just want to see if you are red inside. Just let me see. Just a quick peek. I just want to open you up.
Okay, I'm starting to panic again. I'm starting to panic again. Breathe.
It's only.
Is that my soulless companions?
Yes,
saying that?
yes,
Is it-
yes.
Oh, good. So it's nothing to worry about. My other self is trying to kill me. Good.
The hell did you get a dagger?
Good. Good. Okay, as I clearly stated, this is all good.
Okay.
I take a quick look at the cage and the weird formless mass inside it.
He
At a brief glance, figure something out about it, maybe.
This thing tries to form into a humanoid creature, and it tries to point at the lock on the cage, and then but before he's able to create fingers, they melt into flesh again. So he's obviously trying to tell you something, but
I don't remember, how did we open the other cages with the thieflings?
We smashed them, didn't we?
Or were they not locked or something?
We just opened them.
yep.
Agent.
I try to just open the cage.
So how do you do it without, or if you want, you can step on that circle of nothingness, but it's kind
No,
of...
how big is that open? That's
So it's the cage is hanging in midair, and just like 5 feet surrounding it is this black circle.
so nothing. I'll just jump onto the cage, grab hold on the cage, like next to the opening, and try to open it as I'm still holding onto the cage.
Okay, great. So this creature, as you open the cage, forms a face. The face are like hideous, right? Full of wounds and pus and all kinds of, icky stuff you don't want to see on a face. But he then smiles at you, bleeding gums, no eyes, and then he throws himself into the black circle. But in the instant before he is vanished in the black circle, like it was never there, he gives you something. He simply touches you, and you are gifted with the power to polymorph. And this creature tells you, bring this power to Miserim. She can free you.
Okay. Well, since it's still my turn. I've only used 5 feet of movement out of my 45 feet of normal movement. I would like to just, calmly, just to make sure, jump off the cage, past this 5-foot square, the 5-foot circle where nothingness was before, land on solid ground, calmly move towards the exit, past the movement, and just, say, yeah, I'll see you. I'm not afraid of you. And then, how far is it to the exit?
Okay, so you bolt. Got it.
Yeah, how far is it to the exit?
No, you won't make it like to the exit, but
I, as I said, I had 45 feet of movement.
yeah, sure. You did need to go up the stairs, down the stairs, jump, etc. So
No. I have normal movement up and down vertical surfaces.
okay.
I can run up and down.
Okay.
vertical
So
True.
Running away as fast as
But
possible.
opening the cage is an action, so you're left with only 4 seconds.
It's part of
Less
the
10 for getting up and down the cage. You're fine.
It's part of
you can make it you can make it to the door basically.
Oh, okay. And then as a bonus action, I would like to.
There we go.
Yes, as a bonus
Get the
action,
hell out.
I would like to use Step of the Wind, so I can do another dash action.
Okay.
Get away.
You leave your soulless companion behind because he didn't move fast enough. Okay.
Maybe just if I can, as I am at the door, I can maybe just reach down and maybe pull Peleus
Okay.
just a little further away.
Okay. So you kick Peleus toward the door, right? As you kind of
Yeah.
run
As I'm
there.
running silently along the way.
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah, I did a lot in those 6 seconds.
Quarian, you are watching this creature above you, and then you can see like a very blurry version of Galen kind of whizzes back.
I take a quick glance back. Is my son still there, or is
You don't see him.
everything-
You don't see him.
Okay. I do still see Peleus on the floor, right?
Yes.
On the ground.
Yes.
I run over to Peleus. I touch him, and then I teleport through the door.
Ooh. Okay. So you run, you touch him, and you two fizzle out, and materialize next to the door. Amazing.
Before that, I scream to whoever is still there, run!
Okay, so Galen is out, Quarian is out. He is. So this creature shouts, "Yes, run, run! I can find you everywhere. You will not escape from my wrath." And then he looks at whoever is still there, which is basically Forgar.
I'm there.
Hey, you're back.
And so he will unleash everything he has on you.
Oh, shit.
Bring it on.
Yes,
I'm
so
gonna take this moment to use my aura of courage that I was supposed to have this whole time. That means anyone within 10 feet of me cannot be frightened.
amazing. Okay, yeah, guys, I can't protect you from yourselves. So two snake-like tentacles slam against you. So the first hits with a 21, which is actually very low for this guy, and the second one hits for 26.
Yeah, they
21.
Yeah, right.
21, right? I said 21,
Correct.
not 29. Okay, good.
I know.
Correct.
It's
18 armor
Even-
class.
you said 21 is so.
It's low, yes. So both hit, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay, so the first one is 17 points of bludgeoning damage. The second one
Okay.
is a 19 points of bludgeoning damage. You're
Yeah,
still
that one. That's that. I'm down.
you're down. Okay.
I'm down.
Okay. So you guys watch as Forgar goes down after 2 slams from this creature, and when this creature approaches to bite him, Querin, you can see your son from the rooftop jumps at this creature and starts clawing at its eyes. This creature goes and he takes a couple of steps back with your son on his face.
To respond to this?
Enderist can.
So here's the thing. I'm terrified because somebody's Aura of Courage didn't work. So I can't go back and heal somebody. Do I get
I'm a
save
great
in my
paladin.
round to overcome the fear?
Well, what do you get? You get.
Do I
let
get
me
a saving
see.
throw every round to overcome the fear?
You have basically left 20-foot radius, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would have ran.
Yeah.
As soon as I
So you can all roll again.
wisdom, right?
Yes.
Nope.
What was
15.
What was DC?
21.
Forget about it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. Yeah.
Throw a natural 20 for that one.
Okay.
No.
Um,
So no, there's nothing I can do.
Okay. So next in line is Forgar. You're down, right? So
Yep. You 19. Successful save. So close.
so close. Wait, but that's a save, right? So Forgar.
No,
one,
that was not a save. That was a death save.
a death
Yeah,
save.
yeah,
So
yeah,
one
yeah,
success.
That was the death save.
That's good. Okay, that's Forgar. Now we have Peleus.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so first of all, I take a failure, right?
Come on. Don't roll below a 10.
Okay, so if I roll below a 10, I'm dead here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
Hmm.
Can I give somebody my inspiration?
You can give inspiration to others, yes?
I didn't think you could use inspiration on a death save though.
It's
Mhm.
a save, so you can.
No, inspiration doesn't work that way. I think inspiration doesn't work for saves at all, actually.
Hmm? It's not Nordic
What?
inspiration. It's inspiration that I've been holding on to for months. I was
I
given
think you
inspiration
should
a long time ago, and I've
That
been
kind of
waiting.
inspiration, sorry.
Yeah.
What is it, Peleus?
Okay. It doesn't roll the side slaggy, apparently. So we have to wait an indeterminate amount of time until
And you roll 20 is...
goes.
And
Getting
you can
that.
just click, and you can just click on the death save to roll it.
By the
You
way,
don't have to...
Oh, okay.
is he considered someone who can hear me if I give him inspiration? Bardic inspiration?
I don't think it works.
I don't think so.
He's unconscious.
You can do it.
What?
You can do it.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, amazing.
Fine.
Amazing.
Oh man.
And
Amazing.
Now,
And now you
just-
take 30
now
damage.
you just- No.
Yeah.
He already took the damage this turn. Now you just need to make your con save also, so you don't take damage next turn.
Oh yeah, and then be down again.
Yeah, but you clear your failures and your successes now. That's
Okay,
important.
that's a 13 on my con
Yeah,
save, so
but,
I'm
yeah,
good.
but you don't have any failures now. You're up.
You're up, yes.
The failures and successes.
Yeah,
So,
that's really good.
if you're up, then what do you want to do?
No. Oh
Can-
yeah.
Move the poisoned effect on yourself?
You still have your normal action foot because it's the start of your
Right.
turn.
Mhm.
You make the death save.
If you change into a wild shape, would that poison still stay in you?
Yes. But it would give
Well,
him a
but
whack
I
out.
would, yeah, I would have a lot of HP. Let me just change into like a bear or something.
Amazing. This is freakishly amazing.
What do we have with the most HP?
I won't say something that could potentially help you. I'll let you decide yourself.
I turn into a mouse. Yes.
Yeah. So you can scurry away safely.
Okay.
There are probably beasts that are immune to poison, right? What happens if I'm already poisoned and I change into one of those?
So Peleus,
Wow.
you
Remind me after the stream.
I would think that at least while you're in that form, you don't make your saves.
you turn into something, and
Yeah, I will tell you in a second.
okay, and you basically rush out of the room, right? I assume
Yes.
so. Okay, so you are basically all out, and
Except Forgar.
oh right.
I'm unconscious
In the room.
in the room.
I'm willing. I'm generous enough to go back, pick him up, and pull. Well, not pick him up, but drag him out.
So Galen, you are first in line. So what do you do?
Yes. So I'll go in and drag Forgar out while the demon is distracted.
Okay.
By this kid that apparently appeared out of nowhere. If the others, can we actually see him?
Yes. It's sorry, no. It's Quarian's child, so you don't see it. You just see the demon, the screecher like.
Yeah. More weird shit happened. Well, good luck for us. Something weird happened. I'll go drag Forgar closer to the others.
Okay, so you kind of pull Forgar, and drips of his blood fall through the holes in the floor and drip into the chaos boiling downstairs. And as you pull him through the door kind of closes, and then there's silence again. The room in front of you is full of boiling clouds.
I can heal Forgar if you want.
Heal me.
Okay, I'll use my healing hands. My eyes turn into two pools of inky darkness, and you wake up to two very cold hands. Kind of almost feels like it's sucking the life energy out of you, but you are healed. 10 hit points.
10. Damn. Right on.
Right on.
Miserable. You got 6 more hit points.
Great. 16 hit point.
Amazing.
And then we'll just like keep this party going, and if I look around, who looks the next hurting?
Me, probably. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
I
Yeah,
only lost like a third. Only.
I'm at 50.
Have.
I'm just under.
Less than half.
Oh, is
Well, Peleus
my lay
doesn't-
of hands can heal poison. I didn't know that.
Amazing. So you can basically.
Going around.
Amazing what happens when you read your character sheet.
I read my character sheet. I just don't ever do anything about it.
Well, you're a paladin. I thought you were like a 10th level commoner with no abilities.
That's it. I just have a really cool axe, and I can breathe lightning. What more do you want from me?
An aura of courage would be nice.
You all can't stand within 10 feet of me. Come on.
Okay, so you heal everyone from the poison effect. Like it's mostly Peleus, and you gather your breath.
I didn't find a beast anyways.
Yeah.
It's immune to poison.
And while the others are still panically like, oh shit, I'll just come. It's like, oh yes, I've freed the guy in the weird goo in the cage, and like, why are you all panicking and moving around like that? Calm down, it's gone. As I said, I freed that thing, and he like touched me, and I instantly understood something. He told me something. He gave me the power to polymorph. So look, I can polymorph once, and then I'd use it to do something stupid. No, I don't. So I have the power to polymorph, and I should bring that to Misan, or there were
Miserim.
Miserim.
I'm gonna
Which was
give
the
him
hag, right?
the same look that you give to your grandfather as he slipped into dementia. Really sad, kind of like I empathize with the madness that he's going through right now. It's
I
it's
asked
hard.
if-
No.
Yeah. It's okay. Call him. It's good. I believe you.
Yes,
I believe.
yes.
And
Good.
the goo man. It's good that you saved the goo man. Good for you, Gabe.
Go.
The guy's like poured him in madness.
Yeah. No.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not
your
mad.
special friend
You
also
are all mad. I'm normal.
We're all a little mad down
Says
here.
the guy with the invisible friend.
He's not invisible. You've sort of seen him and heard him.
What can he
We've-
polymorph
You
into?
guys have seen this? Wait,
Yeah.
seen this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Can you heal me?
Yeah, I can totally heal you. I can hook you up with another. I needed 5 HP for poison, so.
Yeah.
Can we, by the way,
I
take
can
a
give
short
you
rest right
10.
now? I think it would be
Thank you.
useful for everyone.
Hmm?
Are you
What?
guys okay with a short rest?
No, because that thing
No?
can still.
We don't have time.
He did say he could find us at any point. A
Yeah,
short
yeah.
rest
We
would
don't
be
have time.
nice, but I don't think we should wait. We should go find the hag. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it, but she could use the polymorph power to help us out of here.
I
To
just
give us
don't
the
want
way
to
out.
scare anyone, but
Right.
we're not well. I'm at less.
You're
than
right.
I can
now.
see
We-
that.
We definitely agree. We are not well. But I have a
Yeah.
Sharon Darren elf in my bag, connected to my head,
Uh-huh.
and there's a pod out there waiting for a body. I don't know, but I agree with Galen. We need to find this hag. We don't have time. We honestly don't have time. We don't know when this brain is gonna die. As I take out a drop of that blue stuff and put it on the brain in my bag.
Just
Creepy
blind
shit.
fire it behind your back.
Oh, I'll take my backpack off. I'm not a moron. I'm actually quite smart now.
Right. As he
In my
almost
head, I'm telling
rips
me
the
that it's
things
smart
out of
to
his
take it
head.
off.
Yeah. Getting it off, pulling it. It hurts.
Warren is running over to the
It's
wall.
like when you're hiking and you've got your hydration thing here and you pull your bag off and it catches in your fucking mouth. Not that I've ever done that.
Oh my god.
No, never.
All right,
While
can we
you-
go the
yes,
other way?
while the rest of you go here, like heal and whatever you're doing, and whatever Peleus is shape changed into now. Which
Yeah,
we'll
what
never
did
know,
you
but-
change into?
I didn't find a beast that's poison immune, so just a.
I've
bear.
healed your poison, man. You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I just changed into a bear for the hit points.
Okay.
All right,
Yes,
so we
and,
have.
and you do know you can change into elementals now, right?
Past 8th level.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally knew that.
Yes, and one of those elementals are immune to poisons.
Oh, they are okay.
Oh, but anyway, I'm going over to the door.
Wait, I can.
The door that leads
Yeah,
to.
man. Elemental body is
Wait,
amazing.
Ido, can we still see through that wall?
Yeah,
You do that.
it's a room full of boiling clouds.
So
Oh.
I can't see Hexavog anymore.
Nope. And you
I'm
can't
gonna
see
approach her.
Waterdeep.
I can't see
And
my
I'm
son
going-
anymore.
Telepathically, I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder and telepathically tell you that your son was an illusion. I could see through him. I know it's hard to hear, and I know it felt physical to you, but that was an illusion. You know it's true. You know the magic is easy.
They know something about him. They know about the monster that my son was telling me about when I met him first.
Right, but look at this place. We're trapped in an insane asylum. You think reading our minds or surface sluts is something outside of the realm of possibility here? Or they've just been following us?
Okay, Quarian shakes his head a bit and sits down for a couple of minutes and then gets up and angrily walks over to that next room.
Yeah, take a break, but focus your anger. We need it.
Use your anger. Turn
Right,
to the
and we're
dark
gonna-
side.
It's so much easier.
So when you open the door, what you see is basically this and this. So
If I open up roll 20 again, it'll crash my laptop.
no, don't. You open the right door. It opens into another corridor that ends with a door, and into an opening, a longer corridor with openings further to the north.
Yes, I'll go out into the hallway to look around. Well, let's say to, and there is the.
To the
I'll
north?
train which way to go.
Yeah.
I'll go have a look around.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna need to go up this way, but I'll ask the elf if he knows where to go.
So he directs you to the northern passage, where Galen, if is being quiet about it. And can you roll your stealth? Or?
Oh yeah, I will do that. I can totally do that as soon as I find stealth here on the list. Alphabetically ordered, so it's hard to find. 20.
Super hard.
Okay, so you see a group of deformed humans operate what you can only assume is cloning vats. These are bronze tubes with glass windows on them, and inside them you can see what appears to be the form of human beings. There are 6 of them. In each vat there is a human, but it's a proto-human, so you can't see the features of the face. It just, sits there or sleeps inside there. Above them hovers what appears to be a transaculent woman. Her dress is fluttering into nothingness. You can only describe her as a ghost. And she is talking to those deformed humans, and she's saying, "Well, Hexabug got them. He got their blood. Did you get the schematics correctly? Oh, I can see this one. He can turn into things. Oh, and this one, wings, you say. Oh, that was the dragonborn, yes." And she points at the vats.
I'll just wait until the others are approaching, and then I'll quietly walk into the room before the others approach. Say, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry to intrude." Hello.
Is the room here?
Wait a minute, I wasn't looking. Yes, this is the room. I will reveal it. Yes, arrange. Bloop. So you can see this fairly large room. Next to the walls there are 2 rows of those cloning vats, 3 at each wall, and those deformed people are maintaining it, plugging it, cleaning it, and above them hovers a ghost, and she is basically monitoring their progress, the way they are doing things, etc. As you wade in, she turns around, and you can see she is holding what appears to be like a drawing board or something like that, and she looks at you and says, "There's something strange about you, something we haven't got correctly." And then she laughs, she smiles and points at you with a crooked finger and says, "Get him!" Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's fine.
I have something for you. You're welcome to try to take it violently from me, but I'm willing to trade with you. I was given something. And I assume the others are probably starting to walk up now also. Hopefully.
So you guys want to do it stealthily as Galen kind of preoccupies her attention, or what is the plan?
Yeah, I think stealthy would be. And while he's still speaking, Quern is going to be walking quietly inside.
Okay.
Yeah, stealth is not my strong suit, particularly when I'm carrying like a water cooler on my back.
Well,
It's okay, I'm wearing chainmail.
I'll stick with you.
I could cast Pass Without Trace, but I don't know if casting a spell.
Yeah, and I don't know that we wouldn't necessarily know that we need to be stealthy at this point. Like, we just saw Galen go into a room, right?
Yeah.
You can hear me talking.
Or we can hear him? Well, then I'm not gonna...
I assume you can hear me.
I'm not going to bother being stealthy. I'm just going to run up.
Yeah.
I think he's probably in danger.
When isn't he in danger and doing
True
something
story.
stupid? But again, that's true for all of us.
What? I don't know what you're
Mr.
talking
I'm just
about. I've
going
never
to
done
plug this
anything
brain
stupid.
into my brain.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now.
that's what we call it.
Yeah, for now.
So
Okay, so
yeah. So what are you saying, Galen?
As I'm saying, I'm willing to trade this for you. There's no need to attack me or take it from me. It was given to me, and the thing said that I should bring it to you.
So she kind of, as the deformed people kind of approach you all mangled, she kind of raises a transparent hand and stops them, and kind of looks at you closer, and then she says, "You are much more powerful than the rest of the gang who usually come here. Do you have any friends by any chance?"
I do have friends, and I don't think I'm powerful. I'm just, a farmer.
Oh, you are a fragmented spirit. Yes, I can see it now. I can see scales and
And I
wings.
start to look behind me, like, what? Where?
Bring your friends here now.
is that when we come through the door?
Oh, that's a
I'm pretty sure we should walk through right now.
she
And that's when they were about to walk through the door and then turn back.
She flies around you all and says, yes, I can see 6 spots of a hole. I can mend you. I can, yes. And maybe you can defeat Hexavog this way.
6 parts of we're not parts of a whole.
Oh, yes, you are. You have died and lived again. And there is something living inside of you trying to get out.
Well, it's
Yes,
just magic.
yes, something powerful enough to destroy Hexavog, but the process of bringing it out, you won't like it.
What about the polymorph power I was given?
It's a piece of the puzzle. I can make you whole again if you want. It's a
Are we in the room?
painful. Yes.
I'm gonna ask the elf what I need to do to restore him, just like psychically, like not.
Yeah, he gives you like the instructions. Simply open this, turn that dial, open this hatch, plug the brain there.
So it's quite extensive. It's not
Yep.
just a matter of me throwing it in the microwave. Press start.
Well, microwave usually has those extensive instructions.
She says, Hexavog wanted you all cloned, but now when I see you, the spirit's fragmented, I can make you whole. You will fight them there. Yes, you will destroy him. You will destroy this place, and then we'll all be free.
What are you
Yes.
doing here?
I'm gonna inch towards the microwave.
You kind of inch away. She says, so as you go near the cloning vats, you see a familiar symbol etched on each of them, not like as a logo, but more of a identifier signature next to the to the maintenance compartment. There is,
Manufacturer.
yes, exactly. There is this, the same symbol you found on the ring. It might be a spider or it might be a tentacled something, but that symbol
Feel it. The mind flare.
is there.
Okay.
What are you doing here, Mizuram? Why are you here? Why do you cooperate with whoever built this place?
I am a prisoner, much like yourself. Powerful, yes. Smart, yes, but not powerful enough and not smart enough to escape this place. They have built it. They have trapped me so I can construct a process that make it faster, like
Accelerate?
accelerates the process of turning someone from this, and she points at Peleus, into this.
I get it.
I'm gonna take my
why-
backpack off next to the vat.
I'm going to
She-
keep talking to her.
Okay.
Well, why do you want to leave her then? Or what's outside for you?
Freedom. What's outside for you?
The next big thing, the next big adventure.
This adventure isn't big enough for you?
It's as big as I can make them. Like,
I'll open the pickle jar and prepare to toss it into the brain, into the cloning.
she turns to you as you do that, and she says, "I won't stop you, but he's an agent of the Prince of Madness."
Yes, I know that. Tell me more about this Prince of Madness. If she's not going to stop me, I'm just going to like go about it now.
Yeah, sure. So you.
But I'm not going to finish. I'm not going to complete it.
So one thing, in order to unplug, you need to want it, because, like, you know, being smarter, it's awesome.
Yeah. Brains are good. Yeah, so I'm not there yet. I'm not at the point where I need to unplug. I'm getting everything ready.
Okay.
So that all I have to do is toss it in and push a button.
Okay, yeah.
But I want her to tell me about this.
He
madness.
grants wishes. You simply have to free him from his cage. But doing so has severe consequences. You get what you wish, but twisted.
Typical.
So he's a genie.
He is out of this world.
Why
Right
does he
on.
want to be out of this cage?
Right on.
Why I want to be out of this cage. And then she you see she gets angry. This is a prison. This is madness. This is evil. This is the force of other binding my hands. I want out. Out, I say.
Actually, I was trying to understand why does the Mad Prince want to come out of here?
Oh,
If I understand correctly, he came here of his own will.
Mm-hmm.
she spreads her hands and says, "Look around you. What do you see around you? Pure madness. This is like a drug to him. He was drawn here. He chooses to stay."
And do you know his name? His, real name, not title.
I'm smart, not that smart.
Well, where is he?
She points to the eastern exit of this room, and she looks at you like dead on into your soul and simply points.
Why would I believe you over this elf? You're the one who captured them. You're the one who disintegrated their bodies and put them in this place where they have been driven insane and used like a library against their will.
You do what you need to survive in this place. Tell me, did he offer to open the creature's door for you?
Well, yes, he did.
Well, this is how you are granted a wish.
Right. Fair enough. So I'm going to speak to the elf and be like, so Miss Areem seems to think that you're going to turn on us. You're double-crossing.
Lies. She doesn't know anything. I know the secret of opening his cage. Open his cage and he will reveal you the secret of getting out of here. He's powerful, so powerful.
Grant you a twisted wish, right?
Look around you. Everything is twisted here. She is mocking you. She wants to turn you into something, right? This is how she turned us.
Oh, yeah.
She promised us that she can free us, that there is some magic inside of us that she can use to break free of this place. Look what she did to us.
You're going to have to tell me how to open the cell, or you're going to be stuck in here forever.
He says, Choose wisely, human. And then he is silent.
Okay, but it's actually really good because as long as he's silent and plugged into my head, I've got the extra intelligence. I don't have to worry about him.
Yeah, but he's silent like he's annoying silent, you know, like a kid who is not answering you even though you tell him, "I'm talking to you," and he's. So yes, you are smarter, but annoyed.
That sounds normal. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn to Quarian, and I don't know what to do. What do you want to do? Telepathically, what do you want to do here, Quarian?
I'm not sure, but I don't think it matters anymore. Let's do one of them. I don't care. Kill this Miserine. Kill this wizard. One of them has to go.
Can I
We
make
ever
an
go to the
Arcana
Mad France?
check on
What?
Miserine?
What do you want to do?
Arcana check. I want to know what she is.
Sure.
Yeah, that's not very good. It's only 13.
She's a digital projection of her mental self.
How many of the creatures that you command over there? How many?
You can see 6 of them, each for each vat, 1 for each vat.
Or is they back to like handling the?
Yeah,
vat?
they're working, fixing stuff.
Forgar. That was really slow and dramatic. Thank you. Is she undead? You could tell me for sure if she's undead.
You're muted, or at least I can't hear you.
Is she undead?
Yes.
You don't think so. You don't think so.
No?
She might be under
Alright.
the effect of a spell.
Well, Misery, tell us more about this process of combining us to defeat the demon.
And
How
she,
does it work?
you'll have to give the power you were given, and then I can free the fragmented spirit that is locked within your bodies. I would have to meld your bodies into one to let the spirit manifest. Then it will be
all of us.
all of you. Then it
The
would.
one body.
I told you you wouldn't. I told you wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Is it reversible?
and then after we defeat the demon, what happens then?
Which body?
This place would disintegrate. We will all be set free.
How does that happen? I don't understand how melding us
Yes.
into one.
Is this place actually even real? Are our bodies even here?
We
Want
are
me to
here.
pinch you? I can find out.
She says, we are here, but we are trapped in a creation of a race so superior to our own. Hexavog contains the only fragment of arcane device that powers this whole creation. By destroying him, we will be out. Unfortunately, only the power within you is capable of doing so.
Yeah, of course. I'm the one. I'm super good.
Yeah.
I know.
When she says you, is that like capital you, all of us?
Yeah, all of you.
Galen?
All of you. No, she's
Okay.
talking about all of you.
How
I
does the
assume it's
poly
me, of course.
power help you? That's what I don't understand.
I can stitch you together. It will be less pleasant.
So you're not going to polymorph yourself, you're going to polymorph us. So,
we
Galen,
turn- so we
telepathically, can
we
you
turn-
polymorph others?
Can I polymorph others?
So you were given the power to polymorph. You were not told if it's a spell, if it's something you can do to whoever you want. It's a power within you. If you want, you can try to activate it.
Yeah, but do I know if it's like a one-time use?
You were told, here is the power, give it to Miserim. She can free you.
Yes. So I don't want to try it out right now.
Totally. polymorph her into a worm.
I can do that.
I've had enough of these voices. Let's see if I can polymorph Andorist into. No.
Polymorph into a giant gorilla.
Guys, Galen thinks you're all voices in his head. He thinks that you are all Soulless Companion.
My head telepathically talking to me.
Basically, this
I'm
campaign,
probably making things worse.
this campaign is a one-on-one campaign between me and Morten, who thinks you are all simply conjured.
Finally you get it.
All right. We don't know if she's solid.
But if we bring this entire realm down, we would go back to the normal realm,
That seems
and
likely,
we
but
would be ourselves again there normally. So like you would be back in your body.
Okay.
Rain would go back to being a normal body. The thieflings that are still for some reason hiding in the cages.
I have no idea.
She
why they
says-
hide from us.
She says theoretically. Never
Corey, I
try that.
By the way, what are you
telepathically
cooking here?
communicate with you. I need to know if she's solid, if she's corporeal.
You believe so.
We believe she is, like she's interacting with objects and moving around.
It
and stuff.
seems like she is under the effect of some spell that maybe is blurring her
This has
exterior.
gone on far too long.
Okay.
Can I cast a spell?
Yes.
I'm going to cast. I gotta decide here. I'm gonna cast vitriolic sphere on her.
What does that do?
I'm definitely going to use some sorcery points and heighten it so she has a disadvantage. So I point at a location within range, which is her, and a glowing 1-foot diameter ball of emerald acid streaks there and explodes in a 20-foot radius sphere, or maybe just behind her. I don't want to hit me or my friends. Each creature in that area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, they take 10d4 acid damage, another 5d4 at the end of its next turn.
Amazing. So you are going to get alien on everyone in the room except your friends,
Yep.
right? Okay.
Yep, except my friends. And if it hits the vats, that's not great because bronze doesn't do good with acid, but so be it. And if it hits, I mean, it's a 40-foot diameter.
Yeah, you can basically, if you want, you can definitely explode basically the vats, the creatures, and her back in one go. Basically, cast it behind her.
If
Okay.
if one of the vats survives, that would be a great thing.
Okay.
But I'm less concerned with that.
So disadvantage. She rolled a 2 on the low die.
Wow.
Awesome. All right. She takes 24 acid damage this round,
Wow.
as does all of her minions unless they move their save.
So they dissolve, shrieking. They are simply melting into nothingness as you cast the spell. The vats start to fry, and she takes the damage. You can see holes burning inside of her as the acid takes hold of her flesh. But then, wait a minute.
P.S. That was a 4th level spell.
But then creations. Wait for it. She screams in anger. Blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, she's not immune or resistant to it, so that's good. She looks at you and says, I will pry my freedom out of you, willing or not. And then she raises her hand and will end the session right here.
Sure, face.
I was messing it up all of us at risk.
Okay.
It makes sense that even if it sounds like it's gonna harm me in the future, the guy who might be able to save my mom. So.
And I think it makes perfect sense that you're now hungry for brains. You need even more brains. Coming full circle. Let's raise some zombies. Brains. Let's turn yourself into a not zombie, but something that loves brains. I need to plug in more brains to make myself more intelligent.
History will be the redemption. Certainly.
I agree.
This is awesome, Idol.
You make it awesome. So you know, I'm on autopilot. I don't do anything. Amazing. Okay. So next session will be we'll open with with initiative, which is great. And yeah, and we'll see how this turns out. Should be interesting.
On the 22nd, the next session?
Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
We'll have our second paladin too.
Yeah.
Should be able to play there, yeah.
Amazing.
Coming up and everything.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll.
Be a problem.
For me, actually, well, that's awesome.
Yeah, if we'll be able to meet.
23rd.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Amazing. Okay, guys, I wish you a wonderful weekend and a great week. Yeah, enjoy winter. It's winter for everyone here in this stream, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys don't have real winter, but you claim it's winter.
Yeah. You can see that I'm with my hoodie and all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too with my, t-shirt.
It's like 14 degrees.
Yes, it's freezing.
Yeah. It's chilly outside, which is why when we went to pick up pizza yesterday, everybody was putting on the winter jackets, and I just went up. Yeah, I'll just go in my t-shirt and then standing outside the pizza place for like 15-20 minutes just talking.
Oh, come on. 14 degrees. I'm sleeping with my socks.
What was the temperature there?
I think it was like 5 degrees outside yesterday, but normal people wore a jacket, but it was nice to be out in the cold for a bit.
At 5 degrees, I think I'd wear a long sleeve shirt to go like for a short period.
Yeah, it was
Anyways,
only
feels
fine.
like minus 16 here right now.
Wow, oh my god,
And this is the warmest part that it's gonna get all day today.
Oh,
We're gonna have a really mild winter. Like this is like it for us. Apparently,
So,
we're gonna have a really mild winter.
aren't you always eating like warm food and bowls of like hot potato? What are you kind of? For us, every drop in like 2 degrees down, and I'm like stuffing food like I don't know, like
Coffee.
Yeah, we drink a lot of coffee here.
got it.
That's how you keep warm.
This is
But
okay.
actually speaking, if you want to warm yourself up, you should eat cold food and drink cold drinks.
Really? Why?
They also
Because
claim.
your stomach food has to be at a certain temperature before it can be digested, so your body warms it up.
Oh.
So you'll feel colder on your limbs, but your internal core temperature will rise.
Internal
also
core
say
temperature is
you eat
important.
hot foods when you're
Yeah, we
hot,
need to
so-
we need to worry about survival here. Like it's all about survival. It's not just about feeling warm. It's about not dying. We go to get Tim Hortons.
Oh my god. So I wish you a very
Gotta
warm
get that Timmy hose.
Right, Tim Hortons?
I wish you a warm weekend and I'll see you in 2 weeks time.
Thank you.
Yes, guys.
Bye guys, it's been a pleasure. See you.